Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Have you ever wondered why the color red is so often associated with danger? It's a question that's probably crossed your mind as you've stopped at a red light, noticed a red warning sign, or even just looked at a ripe apple. The color red is a universal alert signal. But why is that? Today, we're going to unravel this mystery and delve into the intriguing world of color psychology, history and science to understand why red has become the ultimate symbol of danger. We'll journey back in time, understand how our eyes perceive red, explore the psychological effects of this vibrant hue, and observe how it's used in our daily lives to signal caution. But before we delve into the science, let's take a quick trip back in time. Red's association with danger can be traced back to our earliest ancestors. Picture a time before civilization, before language, when our prehistoric relatives were still navigating the primal world. Their survival rested on their ability to perceive threats and react swiftly. Amidst the myriad colors in their environment, one hue stood out above the rest: red, the crimson berries of a toxic plant, the fiery eyes of a predator in the night, the blood that signaled injury or death. These were the red signals that could mean the difference between life and death. In this world, to notice red was to survive. Over countless generations, this association between the color red and danger was etched into our collective memory, into our very DNA. But why red? Why not blue or green? The answer lies in the biology of our eyes. Among the colors our ancestors could perceive, red was the most visible. Its high visibility in the natural environment made it the perfect color to signal danger. This connection between red and danger extends beyond just our species. In the animal kingdom, many creatures use red as a warning sign. Certain frogs, snakes, and insects sport vibrant red markings to signal their toxicity to potential predators. Now, fast forward to modern times. The world has changed in countless ways, but one thing remains the same: our instinctive response to the color red. We've retained this primal instinct to pay attention to red, and it's been ingrained into our culture and everyday practices. From stop signs to fire alarms, from emergency exits to hazard labels, red is the color we use to signal danger and urgency. It's a simple, universal symbol that transcends language and culture. So the next time you see a red sign, remember, it's not just a color. It's a call to action, a signal to stop, look, and stay safe. But what exactly is it about red that triggers this response? Well, it all starts with the science of light and color. Every hue we perceive is a result of light waves bouncing off objects and hitting our eyes. These waves come in different lengths, with each length corresponding to a different color on the spectrum. And guess which color has the longest wavelength? That's right, it's red. Because of its long wavelength, red light is less likely to be scattered or absorbed by the atmosphere. This makes it particularly noticeable, even at great distances, and even when surrounded by other colors. It's like the schoolyard bully of the color spectrum, standing tall and demanding attention, refusing to be ignored. But there's more to it than just being easy to see. The color red also hits a specific sweet spot in our visual range. You see, our eyes have three types of color receptors, or cones, that are sensitive to short, medium, and long wavelengths of light. It just so happens that red light stimulates those long wavelength cones, making red a color we are highly attuned to perceive. So, when something red looms into our field of vision, our eyes latch onto it like a beacon in the night. It's almost as if the color red is shouting, "Hey, look at me," and we can't help but turn our heads and pay attention. But it's not just about visibility. There's a psychological component at play as well. Our brains have evolved to associate red with important cues in our environment. This color can evoke strong emotions, such as excitement, urgency, and even fear. This emotional reaction, combined with red's high visibility, makes it an incredibly effective signal for danger. In essence, seeing red sets off a chain reaction in our bodies. Our eyes detect the color, our brains recognize it as a potential threat, and our adrenal glands kick into high gear. It's a primal response that harks back to our earliest days as a species, when noticing a flash of red could mean the difference between life and death. So, the next time you see a red stop sign or a fire alarm, remember, it's not just a color, it's a survival mechanism, a universal warning that's been hardwired into our DNA over millions of years of evolution. It's a testament to the power of the color red. But it's not just about visibility, there's a psychological component at play as well. Numerous studies have shown that the color red can evoke strong emotions, including fear and caution. It's not just about the color's high visibility, there's a deeper psychological connection at play here. Red, being the color of blood, fire, and other potential threats, has a way of stimulating our primal instincts. When we see red, our brain processes it as a signal of potential danger, triggering a sense of urgency and caution. This instinctive reaction is what makes red such a powerful tool for signaling warnings and alerts. But it's not just about fear and danger. Red also symbolizes power and importance. It commands attention and demands action. This is why you'll often see red used in important signs and symbols, from stop signs and fire alarms to emergency exits and warning labels. It's a universal language that transcends cultural barriers. Regardless of where you are in the world, red means stop, look, and be cautious. Think about it. Red is everywhere when it comes to warning signs. It's the color of stop signs, fire alarms, and emergency exits. It's the hue that screams danger on hazard labels and the signal that halts us at intersections. It's not a random choice. It's a calculated decision based on our instinctual response to this vibrant color. Across cultures and continents, the color red carries a similar message. Whether in bustling New York or rural China, red signs indicate caution, urging us to stop, look, and listen. It transcends language barriers, becoming a universal symbol for danger. But it's not just about danger. Red also represents urgency, commanding our attention to act swiftly and decisively. It's the color that marks the critical button on a control panel, the urgent notification on our smartphones, the high-priority tag in our emails. So the next time you see the color red, remember that it's not just a coincidence. It's a powerful cue that our brains have been wired to recognize and respond to throughout history. From our primitive ancestors to modern-day society, red remains the ultimate symbol of danger. This instinctive reaction, triggered by the longest wavelength visible to our eyes, has been reinforced by cultural practices worldwide. Beyond its high visibility, red's capacity to evoke fear and caution adds to its warning power. So it's no surprise that this bold hue dominates our danger signals. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the science behind why red represents danger. Until next time, stay safe and keep an eye out for the color red.